Hi everyone, it's Ed from Runnable. It's Saturday morning. I'm about to do my park run in Oakhill Park. I was vaguely thinking about going to a different one, to Burgess Park Run. It's a quicker one, but I'm not feeling, I'm moaning, sorry. I'm moaning again and again and again. I'm really still not feeling great. Since this chest infection, this is now three and a half weeks now. Every morning I get up, I feel dreadful. Slowly get better throughout the day, but still not feeling great. I've got no energy. So God knows what it's going to be like today. I've got the Sky Paris on because I thought they're going to change the route to be the B route, which is up some hills. But as it happens, it looks like it's the normal route, so I would have probably worn the Alpha Fly or the Edge had I known that, but it is what it is. We'll see how the Sky Paris get on over 5k. With mitigating circumstances, you know, I'm not expecting anything great today, but I'll give it my best shot. I'll let you know how it feels in the shoe, how it performs, and maybe some race footage of the actual park run itself. See you later. Bye. Right, so I finished the race. That was tough. I was leading for about a lap and a bit, and just some guy passed me, and that was it. I was kind of mentally gone then. But I hung in. I got second place. Yeah, I didn't feel good. I felt very lightheaded and still do a little bit now. Feel a bit tired, but yeah. Could have gone better, but nothing to do with the shoes, by the shoes are fine. Although my calves are hurting a little bit. It felt like with the Sky, I think maybe because of the lower drop, if you're not feeling it, then it can give you some calf issues, which I can feel at the moment. I'll have to go to the gym and stretch out, but yeah, all in all, not a bad run. I think around about 18 minutes, so not for me, not brilliant, but you know, good enough the way I was feeling. I have to make a decision now. I've got one 5k in a week, and then I need to have a break from racing, I think, because it's this kind of cycle of you know, getting slightly better, then doing a race, getting slightly worse. And this morning I didn't feel good at all. So but yeah, it's run, not race, sorry, park run. But yeah, all in all, good shoe. Did what I expected, actually, light and bouncy. You know, nice toe spring. I don't feel much of a rocker in this shoe, I have to say. So you know, I quite like a rocker, so I like something to kind of thrust me forward. You don't really get that so much in this shoe. I think this is a really good shoe if you're going up hills or you've got a route that kind of requires you to kind of use your feet a bit more, you know, so they're quite nimble shoes. If you have to do a lot of turns and cornering and that kind of thing, I think these are great shoes. For this park run, I'm not convinced. There's a few long straights where I think if I had the Alpha Fly on or the Edge even, I'd be able to bound along a bit quicker. But it is one of my quicker shoes still. So yeah, but yeah, Sky Paris, Asics Metaspeed Sky Paris did the job, and I'm not convinced, given how I feel, I would have done much better in any other shoe, if I'm being really honest, truly honest. But today wasn't quite there today. I didn't hang around at the end because I don't want to give anyone what I've got. But yeah, it's one of those days that I'm glad I came out and ran, and that's the main thing, isn't it? If you can get yourself out and do a run, you feel so much better physically, but mentally as well. Personally, I think I've had this chest infection cough thing for long enough now, and I think maybe I need to just calm the racing side of it and do some like slower runs for a bit. But that's we'll see how that goes. Easier said than done with my mentality. I love the park runs, and I love my racing. So anyway, a bit of noise in the background, but I'll see you later. Hi everyone, it's Ed from Runnable. I'm back in my hometown of Sheffield and I'm in one of my favourite places, Forge Dam Cafe. So those who know a bit about Sheffield will may know about Forge Dam. It's a lovely spot in the woodlands here in Sheffield. And I'm going to do a run all the way from this cafe to Encliffe Park. It's not that far, but it's through some lovely woodlands. I'll take a little video as I go. It's quite scenic. Weather's not too bad, but it's rained a bit this morning, so ground will be a bit slippy. So I probably made the wrong choice with footwear today, because I've gone for my Superblast, and as you know, I'm not a big fan of the grip of these. But actually running down here from the house, my in-laws' house, it makes me realise how much I love this shoe, actually, again. It's amazing, when you don't use it for a while, you realise how much you like something if you missed it. And I've missed this shoe, actually. It's such a great shoe. Yeah, I mean, we'll talk a bit about the Superblast as we go, and a bit about Sheffield, my hometown. So, what I will say straight away is it's built on 7 hills like Rome. That's pretty much where the kind of analogy ends. It's not got many other similarities with Rome, but because of the hills, there's a lot of fantastic runners that have come from Sheffield or nearby. So yeah, I mean, my school, Tapton, Sebastian Coe, no less, went to my school. He was a bit older than me. And you know, I used to see him when I was a young boy doing hill training in some of the hills around here. So you know, it's got a huge running community here, because it is very outdoorsy near the Peak District. It's a great place to be a runner, actually, or a cyclist. So if you ever get a chance to come to Sheffield, stay up near kind of Forge Dam area if you can, or even further out, Hathersage, one of the nice villages. And oh, I'm getting called for my coffee. Anyway, I'll see you later. Bye bye. Hello. I think you want to be fed, don't you? You look like it. Anyway, got no food, I'm sorry. Just got my running shoes. See you later. Bye. Right. I'm now walking. Running even. Not walking. Right, before I start this, let me just get something out of the way. I had a 50th birthday party celebration for one of my mates last night in Sheffield. And I probably drank 6 pints of Guinness and a couple of G&Ts. So, this video is going to be a bit different today. I'm going to say stupid things, probably get words mixed up. My brain is all jumbled. But what better way to recover from what can only be called a hangover from hell is to run through this beautiful woodlands, as you can see here. And luckily for me, it's not too bad, the weather. And yeah, and the legs actually feeling okay. I thought they'd be wrecked this morning from a night of partying and enjoying myself for once and not running. But they don't feel too bad at the moment. A little bit achy, but nothing too bad. And what's helping me this morning is definitely the Superblast. It's so cushioned and reminding me how good this shoe is. It's not very grippy. That's the downside of the shoe. But let's go and explore up here. Actually, I think there might be a lake called Wymill, something like Wymill. Yeah, here we go. Pretty sure this is Wymill. But anyway, what was I saying? Not very grippy, but they're really cushioned, and they've got a nice lovely, nice little springy bounce to them. Nothing crazy like the Primex Strung, but you know, very stable shoe, and one that I take. If you've been watching my videos, I take this shoe all over the place. It's my favourite running walking shoe. So it's been on holiday with me to Spain. It's been to the Tottenham Stadium. It's been all over the shop because I like walking in it as well. So it's a really multi-purpose shoe for me. It's an expensive multi-purpose shoe, that said, at £200, but it's my favourite shoe. I'm going to take one shoe away with me. This is the shoe, unless it's really frosty or something and I need a better grip. So this is one of my favourite runs of all time, running from Portsdam down to Oakhill Park. It's an amazing run. We're going through all these woodlands. So we've just kind of come out of Wyemill, and now we're going to be heading towards I can't remember the name of the next park, actually. It's a bit bad, but anyway, it's the park before we get to Oakhill Park, so anyone who knows Sheffield will know. It will come to me at some point. But yeah, you can pretty much, apart from this little section here, you can pretty much do the whole run through woodland, and it's decently paved out, so you don't have to worry too much about trail shoes and stuff like that. I mean, there are trails that you can go on, but you can stick to the tarmac if you want to. So yeah, it's, like I said, it's one of my favourite runs. I tend to do this often on a hangover, and I end up in Oakhill Park Cafe and have some nice food, a bacon butty or something like that, as a reward for getting out of bed and running. And I guess this is kind of what this video is about, really. It's about the Superblast, the Asics, and what good shoe they are, but it's also about how just getting out of bed and going for a run when you've been out partying the night before or something like that. It's such a rewarding thing to do, because it is like a hangover cure. It's a bit muddy, this bit. Let me get through here first without decking it. This is where I need a better grip. It is like a hangover cure, because you get all this lovely fresh air. For me, I love nothing better than running through woodlands like this. I think if I was a spirit of some sort, I'd be a tree spirit. I love trees. I think as kids, I used to be one of those kids who'd spend hours in the woodlands building tree houses and building dens and that kind of thing. It was my thing. You know, I wasn't a city boy growing up. I grew up around here and moved to London much later in my life. But these are always kind of special places for me. It brings me back to my youth. I unfortunately lost both my parents now, who are lovely people, and you know, I miss them so much. But just being here gives me floods back, you know, loads of fond memories of them and how they used to take us on walks, me and my two sisters, around here. There's tennis courts up the hill, up to the right hand side, up there somewhere. Tennis courts and golf course. I used to go with my dad until one day I beat him at tennis and he never took me again. Come on, Dad, you know, you can't do that. I would never do that with my girls. So yeah, I mean, it brings back all these lovely memories. And now we're going to pass something called the Shepherd's Wheel, which is a water mill. let me just show you the plaque here. Shepherd wheel, here we go. 200 years ago, this peaceful place was a hive of activity. Inside buildings, men were busy grinding knives. It was a noisy, dangerous job, part of an industry that made Sheffield famous. And so, I can remember coming here as a kid. We'd have school trips here. Amazing piece of history. There was a workshop here from the 1500s, apparently. Amazing. Yeah, so, just there, I've got memories of coming here as a kid on school trips and messing around, probably. But yeah, I suggest you all, at some point in time, take a trip back to Nostalgia Lane. Go for a run where you grew up, if you can. And it's really good therapy, even if you've had some hard times there. Especially, I think, if you've had hard times there, it's really nice to kind of come to grips with childhood memories and things from the past. I know some of you may never want to go back to where you grew up because of horrible memories, but I think actually, you can cleanse yourself of that by going back there. I had nothing but fond memories of this place. Loved it. So many runners that run around here. It's really good for fell running, trail running, But perfect shoe choice, I think, today. Not too slippy, it's wet, but not so slippy that I'm all over the place because it's not that cold. It's not frosty. And I'm trying to make my hangover a thing of the past at the moment. So yeah, I think that's pretty much all I want to say. Hopefully you've had a nice taste of the woodlands around here. Maybe it's whet your appetite to come up to Sheffield. There's a really good park run here called Oakhill Park. I did a video on that where I was in about 4th place and I went wrong at the end. I ended up 25th. So if you fancy a bit of a laugh, go and search for that video. But yeah, Asics Superblast, perfect choice for any kind of run, to be honest, just not the very slippy ones, that's all. And I'll see you soon. Bye bye. Okay, so we're just arriving into Oakhill Park now. So this is where you would do that park run that I mentioned, and you would actually run the opposite way that I'm running now, around this duck pond here. It can be a bit challenging actually. Lots of walkers with their dogs and stuff. But it's a really nice park run with a little bit of off-road actually, a bit traily in some places. So you got to wear appropriate footwear for this park run. Something with a decent grip. You can still wear your super shoes, just wear ones with a decent grip, something like, the Adidas Continental, Puma grip, that kind of thing. Probably get away with most of them, to be honest. But yeah, this is probably my favourite park actually. The houses around here, you can see across the road, are so nice. These old Victorian terrace houses overlooking the park, and you've got these amazing houses the other side overlooking. Cost a fortune for Sheffield anyway, those houses. You're very lucky if you've got one of those. I mean, check out that big one up on the hill there. You see that? Wow, what a view overlooking the park they would have. But yeah, this time of year when they start to put all the Christmas lights and things start to look a bit more Christmassy. Very nice spot actually. So yeah, if you're doing your park run and you're looking to do E, if you're doing the alphabet, Oakhill Park, Sheffield, I highly recommend that for your E. And you can stay around here, this part, you know, either up at Forge Dam area or this bit near Encliffe Park. It's very nice. You can get like an Airbnb or something. You won't regret it. It's such a nice area. So that's it really. I'll be at the cafe in a minute and having a bacon sarnie or something similar. So I'll see you later. Bye bye.